Hi there, good evening, and welcome along to the online darts live league brought to you live on Sporty Stuff TV. And Group B is about to get underway to see which three players will join the winner of Group A and the top two from Group C at finals night. So we'll have a quick look at Group A, which was completed on Wednesday, and it was won by Wolfie Martin Adams. He's the first man on that stage. You may have heard the big announcement today, the Modus Super Series getting underway on Saturday night. This online darts live league feeding into that, and Martin Adams will be on that stage. James Hurrell and Kist in action this evening. Andreas Harrison, Martijn Dracht and Kieran Tian, well, they were in action this afternoon in Group C. And Kieran Tian had a very decent afternoon in Group C, topping the table with 4 wins from his 5 matches. Andreas Harrison managed to win 3, as did Diogo Portela, the Brazilian. A couple of wins for both Richie Howson and Martijn Dracht, but Michael Flynn has it all to do tomorrow, and that group concludes if he is going to breach the top 2. Tonight, though, is all about Group B. 3 players from this group will progress to finals night on Saturday. We'll talk more about that as the evening goes on, but the first match is about to get started, and it is Stephen Burton, a former Live League champion, against a former world champion in Christian Kist. Burton, the Ipswich native, twice a winner on the Challenge Tour, and as I said, a winner here at the Live League in the previous phase. Takes on the 36-year-old 2012 Lakeside winner Christian Kist.
First leg, it's Stephen to throw first.
Third in Group A, as you just saw. And you may, as I said, have seen the big announcements on social media. The Evolution will be televised Saturday night, 10 p.m, the first night
60.
Of what is going to become the Modus Super Series. And there's going to be a few changes, so you may have noticed that we've had 5 weeks of action already. All of those champions are going to play in a Champions Week, but that's going to be after 12 weeks, so Champions Week will be exactly
43.
that. Brought to you live from a new venue. We'll be moving away from this purpose-built studio,
140.
and the players will be going from that room onto a stage in a venue in front of a live audience. High-spec venue, top TV production as well.
135.
Introducing a presenting team which features yours truly, Chris Murphy and Abigail Davis.
100.
And there's going to be a couple of special guests on your screen on Saturday night for the launch as well, so don't miss it.
180.
Stephen Burton, well,
136.
He's my favourite and the favourite as well to win this group, and he has a 180
41
in the opening leg
83
to put some pressure on Kist. The bullseye for Burton.
Team shot on the first leg. Stephen Burton.
What a way to start, a maximum in the opening leg, and then a brilliant bull by Burton, who holds his throw in a 15 dart leg.
Second leg, it's Christian to throw first. Game on.
Do you know he's won more than 60% of his matches at the Live League, Stephen Burton.
79. 100.
Some record that, isn't it? 61% to be exact,
60.
but he's only hit the most 180s in a third of his games. And we've seen a nice bullseye finish there, but if you're looking
60.
at big finishes tonight, an interesting little fact is that none of the players in this group have hit a checkout of more than 160 at the Live League. So
95.
no 161, 164, 167 or 170. James Hurrell in action
60.
next. Paul Hogan, a late replacement for Wayne Warren. Some of you may have been expecting to see Wayne, another former BDO World Champion, in action this evening, but unfortunately
80.
Wayne had an accident at work. He's okay, but just not well enough to compete
44.
this week. We wish him well, and I'm sure we will arrange another week at the Modus Super Series, which the Live League is going to become on Saturday night.
95.
And Danny Smith making his debut When he comes on in game 3, do not adjust your set.
99.
It's
Christian,
not
you
Stephen
require
Bunting.
92.
It is a Hampshire-based player called Danny Smith. A decent darter, scouted by one of our organisers after seeing him play some good stuff in local events.
52.
And given the
Stephen
chance to
require
play the live league, which is what it's all
138.
about, opportunities. And Kist here has the opportunity
44.
to level.
Christian, you require 40.
Looking at the lipstick. Well, he smudged it.
8. Stephen, you require 94.
And there's a chance for Burton. May look at a double-double here. Decided against
54. Christian, you require 32. Game shot on the second leg.
Kist.
Christian Kist.
Levels up the match at 1 apiece. And Stephen Burton flying out of the blocks in the first leg, but Kist keeping the game on
Third
throw.
leg, it's Stephen to throw first. Game on.
Change of referee for this evening's action. Paul Hinks has departed and Charlie Corstafine has stepped in. Excellent
60.
referee is as well. A rising star of that particular job.
60. 140. 40.
10 matches to bring you this evening, and then we'll
100.
be back for the final day of the current incarnation of the Online Darts Live League tomorrow with a double session. 9:30 AM here on
95.
Sporty Stuff TV for the conclusion of Group C, led by Kieran Tian. And then
81.
the last 10 games in this group. Same time, same place tomorrow.
79. Stephen, you require 120.
Climbing the ladder. Up another rung. And to the top.
Game shot on the third leg. Stephen
It's a
Burton.
brilliant finish. Another one from Stephen Burton, who supersedes the bullseye 83 finish with a Shanghai shot. 120.
Fourth leg, it's Christian to throw first. Game on.
2 out of 2 on doubles as well. Another 15 dart hold. And if he keeps doing that, it's going to be very difficult for Christian Kist to win this match.
39. 140.
He's a very good player, Stephen Burton.
80.
Expected to qualify from this group, expected to win this group really, and he won Champions Week, defeating Graham Usher in the
100.
final in Phase 3 after winning his week as well of that phase. So
85.
a dab hand at Live League Darts.
100. 100. Stephen, you require 161.
Well, I was saying that none of them have hit a checkout this high.
65. 41.
Burton can't
Stephen,
do that, but he
require
might do
96.
this to add to his roll of finishers in the game. 83, 120, and now 96.
Stephen Burton.
He is taking Christian Kist to finishing school tonight. Breaks a throw and takes complete control of the match.
Fifth leg, it's Stephen to throw
And he
first.
has not missed
Game on.
a dart at double in the game. It's brilliant Burton, who is laying down a marker from the off.
55.
I'm the darting daddy at the Live League. Well,
97.
it's a year to the day since Martin Adams hit his first Live League 9 darter, one of two
135.
that Adams has hit here in this studio in Southampton. Got it against Jamie Caven. Wolfie, the first man to qualify for the Modus Super Series main stage finals night on Saturday. Was also the first man to hit a 9 darter in the initial from home edition of this, where it all grew from. Really is a man with a thirst for a first, Martin Adams.
85.
Wonder if he'll be the first Super Series weekly winner come Saturday night. Stephen Burton, I'm sure, will have plenty to say about that.
60.
I can't imagine him not making it.
Require 139.
Christian Kist is looking to make this game a little bit more competitive here.
81. Stephen, you require 151.
Treble 17. Leaves double top.
131.
What a way it would have been to win the match. It would have capped off an unbelievable display of finishing, but instead the game goes on. Christian Kist finds a double that Stephen Burton missed for once and keeps himself in contention with that break back. 3-2 though to Burton.
Sixth leg, it's Christian to throw first. Game on.
Has appeared before in televised PDC events, including both the Players' Championship finals and the World Championship at Ali Pali. In fact, in 2018, Stephen Burton made it all the way through to the last 16,
83.
losing out to Michael van Gerwen in Minehead. Great run for him. A run that included victories
85.
over Darren Webster and Jermaine Watermainer. When he did play at the World Championship
100.
in the 2019 edition of that tournament, Michael van Gerwen's last victory at Ali Pali. He lost out to
54.
Ryan Searle in the opening round, a 3-0 win against Heavy Metal. A 3-0 defeat, rather, against Heavy Metal. But he has won
62.
a hat-trick of Challenge Tour titles, including one this year when he got the better of the most recent 9-dart hitter here at the Live League, Danny van Tripe, in the final over in Hildesheim in April.
100. Christian, you require 48.
Double top then for Kist to force a decider. Well, I'm banging on about Burton, but Christian Kist is still in this match, and it's gone down to the crunch. One leg will decide who takes the 2 points in this evening's opener.
Seventh and final leg, it's Stephen to throw first. Game on.
Burton does have the darts, and that is normally a pretty big advantage.
125.
At any decent level, and the Live League has been a more than decent level, hasn't it?
100.
I'm sure you've enjoyed the action over the last 2 years, but things are going to get better for you, better for the players. All starting on
60.
Saturday night, the Modus Super Series, the next phase in the evolution of
96.
this tournament.
81. 85. 47.
'Stay straight till either finish, but
100.
a treble leaves the 120 that we saw Burton take out in leg 3.
100.
Well, that's
Christian,
a good dart as well. It's perfectly poised, this. Kist was 3-1 behind as Burton was banging in everything. But now Christian gets a dart to win. And he steals victory from the jaws of defeat. Christian Kist bouncing back, sealing the 2 points with a Shanghai shot, which Stephen Burton also took out earlier in the match. What a start to the evening's action. Burton hit his first 3 double attempts and then missed a dart for the match for a 1-5-1 checkout, and Kist came bouncing back. Great game of darts, 4-3 to Christian Kist. He takes the 2 points. James Hurrell and Paul Hogan will be on your screens very, very shortly indeed. Join us for that. Welcome back to the Online Darts Live League here on this Thursday evening, where it started with a Kist win. And now we will hurry along with Hurrell and Hogan in Game 2. Here, Christian Kist getting the better of Burton in the opening match. The Lipstick seeing off Stephen Burton 4-3, coming back from 3-1 behind and surviving a match start. Well, now the England captain, James Hurrell, is taking on Crocodile Dundee himself, Paul Hogan, who has stepped in as a late replacement for the unfortunate Wayne Warren, who has had to withdraw.
First leg, it's James to throw first. Game on.
For this week, but we'll be rearranging at another time when he's able to play.
$80.
Hillbilly Hurrell was in action earlier this week, of course, in Group A, and ended up finishing second.
140. $85.
After a poor start to the week, couldn't
100.
hit the heights of Martin Adams, the winner of that group.
$100. $85.
But was the best of the rest.
$59. $84.
Debut week at the Live League, won 8 of the 15 matches he played in Group A, but Paul Hogan, who has a 47% success rate in his 125 games at the Live League, he's bidding to break in the opening leg here.
91. Pull you require 92.
May just stay there and try and find that treble 20. It looks like a half-decent guide. Well, he was going for treble 12
37.
instead.
James, you require 86.
He'll go his own way, but then will berate himself. Treble 17 gets him out of jail.
Game
And double
shot on the first
16
leg.
completes
James Hurrell.
the escape. And he holds on to his throat after looking like he was about to lose it. Took him 18 darts and was looking precarious after that treble
Second leg,
one.
it's Paul to throw first.
But he ends
Game
up
on.
completing the 86 combo to take the opening leg on throw.
180.
Snap, snap, snap from Crocodile Dundee. And gets his teeth into a maximum.
140.
Nod of approval as he thought Hurrell was going to match him.
$43.
Is quite aptly nicknamed sometimes by people in darts the professional amateur Paul Hogan. Never really
60.
attempted to make it as a pro, but has achieved so much as an amateur player. And featuring in a live league is probably ideal for him.
60.
Qualified for the BDO World Championship a record 6 times through one-off qualifying events, and he also made it to the UK Open
100.
through qualifiers incredibly 7 times. The master of qualification.
100.
Does have a 9 darter to his name as well. Hit that at the British Internationals in 2017.
177. Paul, you require 180.
It's a 177 setup here. From Hurrell.
78. James, you
Puts
require
him on the brink
24.
of a break in leg 2. Double 12 to get it. Double 6 now. And down to the bottom of the board.
18.
Hogan off the hook.
All you require, 40.
Help or hindrance.
Game shot on the second leg.
He managed
Paul
to
Hogan.
put it through the V of the flight and into the double. And he levels the match at 1 apiece. Hogan hits back.
Third leg, it's James to throw first. Game on.
He was the Live League's transfer deadline day signing.
140.
Getting a late move to Group B this Thursday evening. But the big unveiling
100.
is happening on Saturday. New venue, new name. More money.
100.
On the next stage in the evolution of this tournament, the Modus Super Series awaits. And I look forward to you seeing it.
100.
And the players have known about it for a while. I've kept tight-lipped until it's been announced. But I can confirm that the 5 weekly winners so far
100.
in this phase will be at that first Champions Week with 12 champions over the 12-week cycle as it will now be.
123.
So Robert Owen, Chaz
James
Barstow,
required
Graham Hall,
161.
Darryl Pilgrim and Lee Evans already qualified and will be joined by this weekend's finals night winner. They're all going to want to be there because Champions Week
137.
comes
All
with a
you require,
£20,000
98.
first prize. Double 19 here for Hogan. Would have been an 11 dart leg, but he can't finish now.
82. James, you
Really
require
good game of darts
24.
between this pair. Fit to grace any stage. And that can be of help.
Game shot on
And
the
it
third
is.
leg. James Hurrell.
And Hurrell gets the advantage back. A 2-1 lead for the England captain. It's all been with throw so far, but it hasn't been without opportunities to
Fourth
break.
leg, it's Paul to throw first. Game on. $100. 140. 81. 100. 100. 140. 85. James, you require 121.
Double 14 to break and to take control. Hogan thinks it's going in.
93.
He was nodding his head, but he can
All you require,
bail himself out here.
135.
We'll be starting on the bull. Beds it. 85 remaining. Treble 15 for tops. Or could go treble 19. It's the former. Fails to find it.
83.
So a chance for Hurrell.
James, you require 28.
Well, only about half the bed to aim at now. It's become more difficult for James.
Game shot on the
but he
fourth
finds
leg.
the sweet
James
spot,
Hurrell.
and he finds himself 3-1 ahead here against Hogan. Finally, a break of throw. There's been plenty of opportunities for it, but Hurrell takes his and leads 3-1.
Fifth leg, it's James to throw first. Game on. $26.
Well, the B&B to offer optimism
83.
to Paul Hogan.
$100. $121.
We saw in the previous match Stephen Burton squander a 3-1 lead without doing much wrong.
100.
Just missed a match start for a 1-5-1 checkout. He'll be back in action next against the debutant
59.
Danny Smith. Plucked out of the local leagues by one of our live league scouts.
105.
Sensible stuff from Hurrell to ensure he's on a finish. Paul Hogan needs a treble to make sure of that.
100.
And gets
James,
one.
you require 170.
We saw two 120s in the opening match. Haven't seen a three-figure outshot in this one yet.
58. Paul, you require 138.
Hurrell wanting one to win when he returns.
78. James, you require 112.
He's not going to take it out.
60. Paul, you require 60. Game shot on the fifth leg. Paul Hogan.
And Hogan keeps himself in contention in this contest.
Sixth leg, it's Paul to throw first. Game on. $60. $180.
From James Hurrell to kick off what he hopes is the last leg of this match.
81.
His first 180 of the tie. And now he's dreaming of the golden 9. Don't step switch. Don't step switch. Okay, step.
180.
He hasn't put a foot wrong. In hitting 6 treble 20s.
55.
We have had
James, you require
9 dart
141.
finishes at the live league. We're not going to get the 10th just yet, folks.
105.
Threatened by Hurrell. But it was a tentative
140. James, you
7th
require
treble
36.
attempt. He won't care about that. No 9. But a
Game,
10
shot,
to win
and
the match.
James
That's
Hurrell.
the way to do it. James Hurrell completing the job with a superb leg of darts and winning a superb game of darts. A 98.27 average. He did miss 7 darts at double during that game. He also threw 6 perfect darts in the last leg, going out with a 10 darter in the end. And Hurrell picks up the 2 points by beating Paul Hogan by 4 legs to 2. Coming up next is Danny Smith, the debutant here at the Live League. He goes up against the group favourite, Stephen Burton. That's 2-3 minutes away. Okay then, welcome back. Game 3 here on Sporty Stuff TV on this Thursday night of the Online Darts Live League, and it is Stephen Burton against Stephen Bunting. Oh, sorry, it's not Stephen Bunting, I'm being told. Are you sure? Okay, Danny Smith then, 36 years of age from Portsmouth. Takes on Stephen Burton, who was cruising in his opening match at 3-1 up. He's actually
First
a
leg, it's
three-time
Danny to
Challenge
throw
2 winner as
first.
well. We'll get that changed
Game
and
on.
give him the full billing. Yeah, there is a resemblance, isn't there? You've got to see it, surely.
59.
Hopefully there'll be a resemblance in the darts throwing as well.
60.
Danny Smith scouted for the live league.
140.
Looks like a decent addition, doesn't he? A bit of an unknown quantity. Plays his darts in the Hampshire area, local comps against the likes of Chaz Barstow,
85.
Andy Jenkins, Rob Collins, all of whom have done good stuff at the live league, and even the likes of professional players such as
42.
Gordon Mathers and Simon Whitlock.
81. 40. 60.
Well, this is where you want your first 180, Danny. As if by magic.
180.
And that tees up tops.
Danny, you require 40.
And gives Smith the chance for the perfect start to life at the live league.
Danny Smith.
Very strong start from Smith, who gets the better of Burton in the opening leg, holds his throw, a 180 in there as well. He's settled down very nicely indeed.
Second leg, it's Stephen to throw first. Game on. 55. 57.
Burton was playing really good stuff in that defeat at the hands of Christian Kist. He hit his first 3 double attempts and then missed double top for a 1-5-1 that would have won him the match 4-1 and ended up losing it 4-3.
96. 60.
'Better from Burton,
170.
who utilises the bullseye. In the previous leg, Smith hit a maximum to leave tops. Burton fires in a 170 to leave the same target.
40. Stephen, you require 40. Game shot on the second leg.
And he levels the match at 1 apiece. Both players taking out tops to hold their respective throws. Smith has the darts in leg 3.
Third leg, it's Danny to throw first. Game on.
No dart missed at double thus far. Burton with a better leg
95.
there, 13 darts. That's why his average is higher. So early in the match, averages will change with every dart.
93.
Rather dramatically. Well, that's the one little issue that he'll
41.
be hoping to eradicate, I think, Danny Smith. We've seen a fair few darts drift into the 1 segment.
54.
But we've also seen some really good stuff from him, some promising signs early on.
80.
All his misses tend to be drifters to the right. Bit like that.
81. 140. 174. Danny, you require 145.
Well, that's an excellent visit from Burton to leave 99.
60. Stephen, you require 99.
The ice cream shot to break. 10 for double 16. Well, that's okay.
63. Danny, you require 85.
Single 20 leaves the ball.
60. Stephen, you require 36. Game shot on the third
Burton
leg.
breaks.
Stephen Burton.
In leg 3, a missed start at the ball by Danny Smith, and Burton takes full advantage and has control of this clash at 2-1.
Fourth leg, it's Stephen to throw first. $100. 95. 140. 40. 100. 57. Stephen, you require 161. $65.
Just going through the gears here, Stephen Burton. Smith will look for a couple of treble 20s to leave a finish.
99. Stephen, you require 96.
But it's double 8
80.
for Burton. Was looking to rectify the earlier defeats.
100. Stephen, you require 16. Game shot on the fourth.
And he gets there in the end. That'll just
Stephen
frustrate
Burton.
Danny Smith a little bit, I would imagine. Seeing the last starting hand go in and denying him a chance at the 110. Burton, just like he was in the first match, 3-1 ahead, 1 away
Fifth
from
leg,
the
it's
win.
Danny to throw first.
But it didn't work out
Game
that
on.
way, did it? Against Christie and Kist. And Smith does have the darts in 2 of the last 3 legs.
84. 100. 100. 100. 140. 100. 99.
Good response from Smith here. He's been pretty impressive for a first outing. There's certainly going to be some nerves the first time he's played in front of cameras. But no real sign that they're affecting him.
58.
However,
Stephen,
his first outing could be about to end in defeat. Burton, who missed a dart to win his first match, does not do the same in his second and thumps Danny Smith 4-1. Smith did take the first leg of the match, setting up tops with a maximum in that one, but Burton bounced back, winning the following 4 legs to pick up the points in the game. No disgrace from Danny Smith at all, and certainly he is going to be competitive in this group. I think we can see that, but Stephen Burton puts things right after losing his opening match to Christian Kist and defeats Danny Smith 4-1. Speaking of Christian Kist, he's going to be back in action next. He takes on the winner of the second match of the evening, James Hurrell. Game 4 of 10 then this evening on what is the penultimate night of the online darts live league in its current state. More on that throughout the evening, but it is Kist and James Hurrell. And this pair are playing for the 4th time this week, having been in Group A together. Hurrell winning his first match, as did Kist. The winner of this one will go top of the table because Burton is 1 from 2. Hurrell has won 2 of their 3 meetings this week, but Kist did win 4-0 when they met on Tuesday. As I was saying,
First leg, it's Christian to throw first. Game on.
You'll only see this famous online darts live league studio for one more day after today.
125.
What more wonders will happen in it? Because on Saturday night, the live league becomes the Modus Super Series. The prize money goes up.
93.
The surroundings get grander. The production gets better. Better for you, better for me, better for them.
100.
Do join us here on Sporty Stuff TV at 10 PM to see what all the fuss is about.
54. 140.
Kist had a good start to the week, but struggled on Wednesday. Actually went into the final day of action, level on points with Martin Adams at the top of the table, but only managed to win one of his games yesterday. Well, he's already won one today, coming from 3-1 behind to beat Stephen Burton.
78.
And he's the only player in this leg, seemingly. Hurrell better hurry, or the leg
60.
will be lost.
Christian required 58.
Double top.
Game shot on the first leg.
He's been
Christian Kist.
mustered on that double at times this week, Kist, and it is found to take the first leg on throw in this one.
Second leg, it's James to throw first.
Remember, whoever wins this match will be top of the table.
$140. 60. 88.
Better start to leg 2 from Hurrell.
100. 58. 97. 135.
Can Kist get in the mix and just apply some pressure?
140.
Maybe he does with that second
James
treble.
80.
Should be at least one dart at double for Hurrell here. But it might only be the bull. Has to find the 25 for that. Step across. We saw him hit a 180 with this step earlier on.
46.
But he can't bother the bull. It did look
Christian
blocked.
required 104.
And now Kist can double his lead. May go treble 16. No, he's found a way past for double 12.
92. James required 34.
Well, Leicester seeing double 17 here.
Game shot on the second leg. James
It's the
Hurrell.
first time that James Hurrell has thrown at that target this week. So he's 100% on it. Pins it and levels the match at 1-1.
Third leg, it's Christian to throw first. Game on.
There's a huge disparity in the averages. That's because Kist was
140.
on a double when Hurrell won the leg. in 16 darts, and Hurrell was on 240 when Kist won the first leg in 14 darts.
125. 60. 100. 80. 81.
Just to recap the scores so far, Christian Kist
130.
came back from 3-1 behind to beat Stephen Burton 4-3. James Hurrell then got the better of Paul Hogan, winning that one 4-2. And Danny Smith on debut went down 4-1 to Burton. Smith in action next against Hogan.
105. Christian, you require 91.
1 for tops.
71. James, you require 90.
Well, the conventional wisdom is to go for the treble 20 here. A couple of awkward doubles. He hit double 17 but couldn't find
20.
double 15, and Kist can keep hold of his throw. Last chance.
James Sean, the third leg.
He nails the
Christian
double.
Kist.
And he'll just be a little bit relieved there. You can see him mopping the brow as he wanders back. A sigh of relief. But he leads 2-1.
Fourth leg, it's James to throw first. Game on. $60. 60. 82. 180.
First max of the match. James Hurrell hit 2 in his opening match. They both came in the last leg as he threatened a perfect leg. Christian Kist gets his
100.
third of the night as he bids to break.
$60. 139.
Becomes slightly less likely after that nice setup shot from Hurrell.
97.
And that treble
James, you
was much
require
needed for Kist,
120.
who had a 120 himself in the opening match of the evening. Tricky this for Hurrell. He's moved to the left, interestingly. Thought the right was probably the most likely shift. The other option, of course, was to go for 2 bullseyes.
Christian require 104.
Kist will get a chance here. Hopes for double 16.
88.
Usually a tops man, Christian Kist.
James, you require
maybe the dart
76.
was standing up enough to distract him.
James Sean, the fourth leg.
And James Hurrell manages to hold on to his throw, so all legs on throw in this match so far. 2-2, but Christian Kist may look back at that leg and come to rue it come the end of the contest.
Game on.
44 remaining. After that first dart on the 104 attempt, went for 12 double 16, didn't get anywhere near it. And he's been pretty dreadful on double 16 this week.
140.
Has only hit it 3 times from 18 attempts. Before this match, that
100.
is. So that percentage has just decreased further.
$96.
When I play darts, I have 44 left. I aim for 8 and 16, a double segment, double size segment that will leave me a double, but invariably hit a 7 or 11. And I mean invariably, every single time.
83.
It's not as easy as they make it look, is it? Not as easy as this.
100.
Hurrell will have a chance to break now. He's got 6 darts to do so from 182. Could leave double 1 if he felt like it.
81.
And he'll be annoyed there not to be below a ton after that first dart was plumbing the treble 20.
$34.
Kist gives him a helping hand.
James, you require 101.
So having missed a dart to break himself now, it looks like Christian Kist is going to have to survive a dart to be broken and then take out 144.
85.
Well, the first part of that equation is complete.
Christian, you require 144.
Can Christian complete the rest? Look promising,
128.
but he's fallen short.
James, you require 16.
And double 8 would see Hurrell hit the front.
Game shot on the 5th leg. James Hurrell.
And the Hillbilly does lead for the first time in this match. And it's a good time to lead as well, because he will now throw to win the match.
6th leg, it's James to throw first. Game on.
And would be a perfect start for Hurrell this evening, having beaten Paul Hogan 4-2 in his opener. He can double his points tally here.
$83. $95. $100. $140. $85. $95. $83.
Hurrell disappointed. A couple of 80-something scores back to back. In fact, he had 83 in his opening visit as well. You may remember.
150.
Only down to 150 after a dozen. Kist slightly better placed, but he could take it. And there's an ocean of space to the left of that. Really, the bull of all things. I don't get it.
135. Christian, you require 124.
It's easy to sit here in the cheap seats and criticise, but there are segments that are 2.5 times bigger than that.
99.
That Hurrell could have hit.
James, you require 15.
to leave a double. He's not on one yet. He is now. And he
Game,
has won the
shots,
match,
and the match.
despite that,
James Hurrell.
I think, dodgy decision-making, but nothing dodgy in the performances from James Hurrell so far this evening. He tops the table, a couple of 4-2 wins, one over Paul Hogan, another against Christian Kist, who is beaten for the first time tonight. 50% on the doubles, a high of 76 for Hurrell, and it is all going swimmingly so far for him. Coming next, Danny Smith, the debutant at the Live League, returns to take on Paul Hogan. Welcome back. Game 5 about to get underway. Two players who are yet to pick up a win this evening. Both lost their first game, but that will change for one of them here. It's Danny Smith on debut at the Live League against the experienced Paul Hogan. I'm pretty sure the pair would have met many times before in local events. They both hail from the same area in Hampshire and would have done battle before, but no record in the stats because Smith is not used to playing in televised tournaments. You can see him there making sure his sponsor patch is sitting on nicely, not used to having all that.
First leg, it's Paul to throw first.
Give it a good firm pat, Danny. A good firm handshake between himself and Paul Hogan.
$43.
Won the first leg in his match against Stephen Burton. Danny Smith hit a 180 in it.
$83.
Yeah, there was some decent stuff in there.
$140.
Paul Hogan went down to James Hurrell, who's now won both of his matches tonight and tops the table. As we reach the
90.
halfway stage of the evening's action, Hurrell will return for his third game against the group favourite before a dart was thrown, Stephen Burton. Then it's Christian
55.
Kist against Hogan before Smith takes on Hurrell. Hogan meets Burton and Kist takes on Smith in the last match of the night.
98. $45. $80.
That was the problem in his first match. Too many darts slipping into the one segment. And now Paul Hogan is going to take control of this leg.
180.
With the first match
Danny
of the match,
required
and all Danny Smith can
150.
do is take out 150.
$98. Paul, you require 38.
Double 19 for Hogan to hold. To the right.
Game shot on the first
Uses
leg.
the barrel.
Paul Hogan.
And beds a double, and Hogan, who was having trouble in that leg, so Smith raced away, found the 180 just at the right time.
Second leg, it's
holds.
Danny to throw first.
And leads.
Game on. $140. $100. $57. $100. $180.
Second of the night for Smith. Second of the match for Hogan.
$180. Danny required 124.
Just been a bit of a nuisance, isn't he? Every time Smith thinks he's getting away, Hogan hits a maximum.
Game
but
shot
that
on
is
the
a
second
brilliant
leg.
response from Danny
Smith.
Smith. So good, he applauds himself. The 1-2-4 check out on the ball to complete a dozen dart leg.
Third leg, it's Paul to throw
Yeah, it was
first.
deserving of a clap, Danny. And producing decent stuff. Our Live League
100.
scouts should get a pay rise. Maybe we've unearthed a little bit of a gem here.
$81. $95. 58. 100. 59.
Well, unable to follow the fireworks in this leg. Was 3 darts away from finishing in the previous one. Looking like
140.
a relatively comfortable hold of throw for Hogan.
95. Paul, you require 66.
Double 18 to complete that hold.
48.
He's a double 18 merchant, Paul Hogan. But it's Smith's turn to up the ante with his second max of the match. There's only one more chance for Hogan. It's a dart at double 4,
10.
which he's missed.
Danny, you require
So this
28.
to break the perfectly timed maximum. That's tricky. That is tricky. A brilliant dart from Danny Smith.
Danny Smith.
Into that double 7. And a break of throw earned with that superb adjustment there from Smith, who leads the match 2-1.
Fourth leg, it's Danny to throw
The
first.
timing of the maximum. Perfect. And the step. And shot.
140.
Sublime. And that all after that brilliant bullseye finish to complete the 1-2-4 in the previous leg. The boy can play.
100. 96. 100. 95. 45. Danny, you require 170.
Well, this would be the icing on the cake.
$60.
Not to be, but still in a good position. Unless Hogan can hit a big visit here, and that's not happening. Head shaking tells you the story.
Danny, you require 110.
Chooses tops. Brilliant stuff this from Danny Smith.
Danny Smith.
I tell you what, we've got a player on our hands, folks. 124 checkout earlier on, 110 there. A fantastic double 7 after hitting a 180 in between. Danny Smith is a name to remember.
First. Game on.
I was going to say there's only one Danny Smith, but I'm pretty sure if I got a phone book out, that wouldn't be the case.
140. 44. 60. 134. 99. 180.
That's now 3 in the match for Danny Smith. 4 for the evening. And it puts him on the brink
60.
of a very
Danny
impressive
required
win.
143.
Paul Hogan may be bemoaning his own display. He's not playing that badly, but Danny Smith
43.
is
Paul, you require 142.
averaging in the high 90s here. Oh, this would be a skin saver. He stays there for double 11.
131.
Would have hurt, wouldn't it? But Smith can take out the ton
100.
to win the match. Double 10.
90.
A mismatched dart.
Paul,
Will
you
it come back to
require
haunt
11.
him?
No score. Danny, you require 10. Game, shots, and the match.
And Danny Smith gets the job done. He's taken to life at the Live League like a duck to water. A brilliant display there. 97 average, hitting 50% of his double attempts, including that brilliant 1-2-4 checkout for a 12 darter, taking out the bull to win that one. And it is points on the board for Danny Smith, leaving Paul Hogan at the foot of the table without a win from his first couple of matches. Coming next, Stephen Burton takes on James Hurrell. Stay tuned for that. welcome back. It is now the group favourite before a dart was thrown tonight in Stephen Burton taking on the current league leader, James Hurrell. Let's take a look at the table after Danny Smith got off the mark on debut. Great performance against Paul Hogan, leaving Hogan pointless at the bottom of the pile. Kist and Smith on 2 points, along with Burton, who's looking to join Hurrell at the top of the table. But if James can win this one, then he's almost there for finals night on Saturday.
First leg, it's Stevens to throw first. Game on.
The new look finals night that it will be. The Modus Super Series.
60.
On stage in a new purpose-built venue. Top spec production. Full presentation. A proper show we're going to put on for you on Saturday night.
100.
As the event evolves once more.
100.
Martin Adams will be there. 3 players from this group and a couple from Group C,
100.
which will be completed tomorrow. The action resuming at 9:30 on Sporty Stuff TV. That's 9:30 in the morning. Kieran Tian, the league leader at the moment in that one. Hurrell, the leader in this one, having beaten Paul Hogan by 4 legs to 2 and then seeing off Christian Kist by the same scoreline.
140.
Stephen Burton went down to Kist in the opening match, a match he led 3-1 but lost 4-3. But then got the better
60.
of Danny
Danger
Smith
required
4-1
161.
in his second game. No need to go for it when Burton wasn't on a
99.
finish.
$145. James requires 62.
And double 16 to break in leg 1.
Game shot on the first
Well,
leg.
it is all
James Hurrell.
happy hunting for Hillbilly Hurrell this evening. He's won his first 2 matches. He's broken Burton straight away. All going very, very well indeed for
Second
the
leg,
England
it's James
captain.
to throw first. Game on.
Struggled on the first day. Have seen it with a few players where it's taken them
82.
a little bit of time to settle into life at the Live League, but Hurrell has seemingly improved as the week's gone on.
100. $82. $123.
For Danny Smith to settle in, though, was it? That brilliant win against Hogan in the last match. 3-180 is a 1-2-4 checkout. A 97 average.
97.
As I said, whoever found him deserves a bonus.
46.
Well, that's well timed from James Hurrell, just keeping a grip on the leg as he
140.
looks to double his lead
Danger
in this one.
requires 60.
Will be relieved to get a clear bed.
40.
Which way does
Senior
Burton go now?
required
Treble
92.
20, or does he go the bull route? The latter is the answer. And now he's back at the bull,
67.
but not in it.
James required 20. Game shot on the
And
second
therefore,
leg. James Hurrell.
James Hurrell helps himself to a 2-leg lead in this one. Played 2-1-2, just like his record in matches tonight.
Third leg, it's Stephen to throw first. Game on. $60. $180.
He's certainly upped it this evening, James Hurrell, from anything we've seen from him so far this week. Did have a decent enough day
81.
yesterday as he climbed the table, finishing second in Group A.
$60.
That was after losing his first couple of games as well.
100.
Won his final 3 to climb the table.
$95.
But tonight is easily the best we've seen from him. Did hit an average of 104. In one of his matches this week.
134. Stephen, you require 160.
Burton's going to need to take this out, and he's not going to.
81. James, you require 32.
So for 3-0.
Game shot on the third leg. James Hurrell.
All going his way. And he will have the darts for a whitewash win against Stephen Burton, who was given the mantle as favourite before a dart was thrown tonight, but may end up with just one win from his first 3 matches. And a bit of a hill to climb after defeat to the hillbilly Hurrell.
$58.
Christian Kist will take on Paul Hogan in the next match before Hurrell will complete his evening's duties against the debutant Danny Smith.
123.
And then Burton will return for the final time this evening to take on Paul Hogan before the last match of the night sees Smith v Kist.
125. $100. $140.
Threatening to supersede that high average that I mentioned
85.
from James Hurrell. It was 103.79 in defeat, actually, to Martin Adams.
$45.
Earlier this week.
Danger required, 44.
May go better. Double 16.
Game, shots, and the match. James
And
Hurrell.
it's not quite the PB at the Live League. 103.66 in the end for Hurrell, but it is a whitewash win against Stephen Burton, and that is a bit of a statement from Hurrell, isn't it? Brilliant performance from him. Burton could do nothing, only had one dart double in the entire match there, and Hurrell really gives him a bit of a battering. There is going to be now a slight break because we've got ahead of ourselves this evening thanks to that handsome win for Hurrell. We will be back in around 7 minutes' time, 10 to midnight for the next match when Christian Kist takes on Danny Smith. Sorry, Paul Hogan. Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us here at the Online Darts Live League, where James Hurrell is enjoying a fantastic evening so far. The same can't be said for Paul Hogan, yet to get a win, and he's looking to change that now when he meets Christian Kist. Foot of the table, Hogan, after losing to both Hurrell and Danny Smith, the debutant, who's produced some good stuff tonight. Christian Kist winning one of his two matches. That was a comeback victory against Stephen Burton, but he also went down to Hurrell.
Christian to throw first.
Who has won
Game on.
all three of his games so far. Quite interestingly as well, this is the 7th game of the evening, and 5 of the first 6 have actually gone to the player who hasn't thrown first in the match.
140.
The only exception being Hurrell's win against Hogan in Game 2. James Hurrell averaged 103.66, the first 3-figure average in this group, in the last match against Stephen Burton, who was whitewashed
96.
Thanks to that fantastic display from the England captain. Just one dart at double Burton
60.
threw in that game.
$58. $140. $57.
Hurrell will complete his duties tonight in the next match. He'll face Danny Smith.
$45.
Kist
Christian
also
require
has
150.
Smith to face, while Hogan will meet Burton in the penultimate match of the evening. All the time in the world here for Christian. No drama in missing that
85.
20 segment with the first dart, and he may well come back and try and plant another in the 25 to give himself 2 darts at tops.
82. Christian, you
I
require
always wonder on
65.
65 when players go for the 25, whether they're aiming for the bull and hoping they miss, or actually aiming for a section of the 25.
Kist.
Well, Kist found his section, and he found tops as well to take the first leg. I know Rod Harrington is adamant that players are aiming for the bull
Second
and
leg, it's Paul to throw first.
actually intending to miss. But some players themselves have told me that's not the case for them.
95.
Some would say it would be a smarter move to go for, say, treble 11.
140.
But it was a very smart finish from Kist. And it's not going Hogan's way. It was a late call-up for Paul Hogan. In his defence, Wayne
60.
Warren had to withdraw last minute after a minor accident kept him out of the field.
54.
Hogan became the transfer deadline day signing. But as you've been hearing,
100.
the big development is happening on Saturday. The evolution continues from the Darts at Home
59.
Modus Icons of Darts League, where players were streaming themselves 2 boards from their own homes
100.
to this purpose-built studio setting, and it will become the Modus Super Series on stage in front of a live audience
44.
on Saturday night.
146.
Do join us if you can, 10 PM, usual time. Sporty Stuff TV, usual place. But things will be very
78.
different.
$83. Paul, you require 68.
So 68 required for Paul Hogan, and now just the 8. Get the sense that he needed that leg.
Paul Hogan.
It was an 18 dart holder throw for Paul Hogan, but he's been struggling for the start of this match and the end of the previous
Third leg,
one.
it's Christian to throw first.
And maybe just
Game
needed
on.
something to stem the tide. That 68 checkout may just have done that.
45.
And that will offer him some optimism. Only 45 from Kist.
$140.
Hogan all over it.
100. $140. $100.
Well, he threw first, but it's Kist playing chase in this leg.
100.
Suddenly,
Paul, you require
he finds himself in front, but he has to rely on Hogan not cleaning this up. Well, there's the one, but it means he can't finish. The chance came as quickly as it came.
81. Christian,
He
you
does leave
require
tops.
76.
But Kist gets 2 darts at double 8.
Game shot on the third leg.
And that is 5
Christian
perfect
Kist.
darts to win the leg there from Christian Kist. A 180, followed by the 76 in 2.
Fourth leg, it's Paul to throw first. Game on.
Finishing has been decidedly decent in this game. Yes, Hogan has missed a dart at double, but in terms of functional hitting, neither
100.
player has flinched. When a player has had a dart at double, their opponent hasn't returned in that leg. So Hogan's miss hasn't mattered, and
140.
Kist is 2 from 2.
$60. $81. $140. $50. $100. $45. Paul, you require 101. $45. $85. Paul, you require 56.
Double 18, his favourite.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
And
Paul
Hogan's
Hogan.
den comes to his aid as he levels up the match at 2-2. Christian Kist has the darts in 2 of the last 3 legs, although that has not been the
Fifth
advantage
leg,
it
it's
should be
Christian to
this
throw
evening.
First. Game on.
5 of the 6 games going to the player throwing second in the match.
140. $140. $60. $140. 41. 130. 60. Pull you require 91.
Right, great dart. Great leg of darts from Paul Hogan.
Game shot on the 5th leg.
Who
Paul Hogan.
breaks the throw and suddenly finds himself in control of this contest. Hogan now needing just one more leg to get his first win of the evening.
6th leg, it's Paul to throw first. Game on. $54. 100. 125. 85. 140. 96. 100. 140. Pull you require 82.
17 for top cent for Hogan to get the job done. Yeah, that was close, wasn't it, Paul?
42.
Almost in the double 17. Is the
Christian
game going to get
require
closer?
80.
Is Kist going to force a decider? Well, it's going to have to be 25 and bull if he is. That's a good guide, though. But he's unable
46.
to utilise it. Hogan
Pull
off
you
the hook.
require 40.
Can Hogan hook the double?
30.
Well, you can see
Christian, you require 34.
what he thinks of that. A split.
Game
And
shot
a
on the
hit
6th leg. Christian
For Christian
Kist.
Kist. I'm not entirely sure that he was actually trying to leave double 14 there. I think he meant it a 10 to leave double 12, but all's well that ends well for Christian Kist, and it might not end well
Christian to throw first.
for Paul
Game
Hogan,
on.
who missed the opportunity to win the match, squandering 4 darts to do so. And it could be 3 defeats from 3 for Hogan
100.
by virtue of those misses.
100. 85. 41.
See the grimace in the
100.
background. He knows big opportunity has gone begging in this match.
140. 140. 44.
Hogan
Christian, you require 76.
is feeling pretty hopeless now. He's feeling pretty powerless now. As Christian Kist takes aim at tops.
Game,
And once
shot,
again
and the
completes a
match.
tungsten
Christian
turnaround.
Kist.
Survived a match start against Stephen Burton in his first win of the night, and survives 4 match starts against Paul Hogan in his second. Hogan still without a win to his name after 3 matches this evening. It all went horribly wrong for him in that one, and Christian Kist, with some fine finishing, was the beneficiary. He makes it 2 wins out of his 3 matches. We'll be back in the last match of the night to take on Danny Smith. Hogan will return to face Stephen Burton, but Smith is up against the unbeaten league leader James Hurrell in just a couple of minutes' time. Well, in many ways, the 2 most impressive players this evening are about to do battle. James Hurrell, because he's won all of his games so far, and Danny Smith, because as an unknown quantity, he's really delivered on debut here at the Live League. There you see Hurrell 3 from 3, Danny Smith 1 from 2. Did get beaten 4-1 in his opening match, but soon put that right with a thumping 4-1 win of his own over Paul Hogan. He averaged 97 in that game, hit 3 180s and took out 124 on the bull for a 12 darter. However, that was bettered by James Hurrell, who whitewashed Stephen Burton in the very next match with an average of 103.66.
First leg, it's James to throw first. Game on.
So here he is, trying to make it a perfect night. Maybe it is a very significant night in the fledgling career of Danny Smith, a man who'd never played in front of the cameras before, but has taken to life at the Live League like a duck to water.
97. 118. 60. 140.
Not a good night for Paul Hogan after that 4-3 defeat to Christian Kist after missing 4 darts to win the match.
134.
Will get his last chance to win a match this evening against Stephen Burton in the game that follows this. Still on. 88, asks James. Yes, replies Charlie.
49. 59.
Not really sure what he was doing going for a treble 18 with the last start, but shouldn't matter.
Game shot on the first leg. James Hurrell.
Would have left him double 9. In the end, he leaves double top. No trouble for Hurrell, and there's been little of that tonight for him. James Hurrell is on a winning crusade and has won the first leg against Danny Smith. Wins for Hurrell against Hoagie.
140.
Kist and Burton, and it's got better and better and better for James Hurrell this evening. A couple of 4-2 victories, then that 4-0 win with the brilliant display, the best of the night.
96. 96.
But Danny Smith has certainly shown that he can play this game.
140. 58. 95. 59. James, you require 170. 134.
How about a bit of magic here from Danny Smith? That 1-2-4, the highlight of his evening so far. The 1-4-8 won't follow, and Hurrell
32.
will therefore get the chance to break at the first possible opportunity. Double 9. Well, is that even possible?
Game shot the second leg. James
he
Hurrell
finds a way past the blocker into the bed and doubles his lead in this match. A break of throw, and it's looking like it will be a perfect evening's arrows for James Hurrell.
To throw first. Game on.
Averaging 103.66, the exact amount that he averaged in his previous match.
84. $100. 56. 45. 140. 140.
Oh dear, oh dear. Nearly did himself an injury there, Danny Smith.
120.
An absolutely brutal bounce out.
James, you require 116.
I liked his style though. He got out of the way, didn't he? Hoping the dart would hit Hurrell instead. Win at all costs.
98. Danny, you require 101.
Well, we've seen that he's capable of this kind of thing. And double 16 sees him break straight back. Fantastic stuff from Danny Smith once again. He was unlucky with the bounce out in the previous visit, but he didn't let it bother him, and he halves the deficit in this game.
Fourth leg, it's Danny to throw first. Game on. $97. 59. 135. 43. 121. 140. Danny, you require 148. 40. 68. Danny, you require 108.
He's got plenty of time to take this out. He can't take it out in this visit now.
42.
And should have been more handily placed, he will feel.
63. Danny, you require 66.
But he does get 2 darts at double and only needs 1. And has 2 darts, 2 legs rather, against James Hurrell, the league leader, a man who hasn't been beaten so far. Can Smith turn this around?
Fifth leg, it's James to throw first. Game on. $100. 58. 100. 57. $60.
Trying to find a way over that. Surely we'll switch now.
59.
Just 2 games to come after this.
81.
Before we end the evening's action. For the penultimate time here at the Live League. As you've been hearing,
99.
we will be moving
James, you
to
require
a brand new
160.
venue and play in front of a live audience on Saturday evening for the start of the new Modus Super Series, the next stage in evolution of Live League darts.
100. $58. James, you require 60.
Double top. Double 10.
Game shot on the
Denies
fifth
Danny
leg.
Smith a go at the big
James Hurrell.
fish and puts himself 1 leg away from completing a clean sweep of wins tonight here at the Live League.
Sixth leg, it's Danny to throw first. Game on. $41.
That will help him towards it. Smith does have another meeting to go. He takes on Christian Kist at the end of the night.
140. $60.
Certainly got high expectations. You can see by his reaction there to only scoring 60. Smith seething with himself in the background.
60. $43.
Chasing trebles now and no joy in any of those segments. Falling flat towards the end of the match here against Hurrell, who has been the star performer tonight, no doubt about that.
60. $134.
Smith suddenly is back in the leg.
45.
Certainly now.
$56.
Making sure there he got the sums right, Danny Smith. And he did. To be on a checkout, albeit a big one.
$100. Danny, you require 167.
Is he going to do it? Well, no is the answer, but no guarantee that Hurrell cleans up 96.
James, you require 96.
Great game, this. But it's 2 darts at double 18. That becomes 1 at double 9.
78.
And James Hurrell may not
Danny, you require 28.
go unbeaten tonight. Smith looking to force a decider.
Game
And he does force a deciding leg. What a debut night he's having here at the Live League. Danny Smith forces now the league leader, the unbeaten league leader, James Hurrell, to a last leg shootout.
7th and final leg. It's James to throw first. Game on. 45.
And he can jump all over that. I'll tell you what, Danny Boy, the points are calling.
59. 60. 100. 95. 57. 85.
Still in the balance. Hurrell with 3 wins from 3. His last outing of the evening. He's running to
94.
a find here at the Live League. Danny Smith, who had never been heard of before outside of his own family. Well, we all know who he is now. James Hurrell certainly does.
140.
What kind of pressure can the debutant apply?
105.
Plenty of
James, you require
good thinking
76.
that by Danny Smith. 86 guarantees him a dart at the bull.
36.
And he's going to get an opportunity to end the Hurrell
Danny, you require
unbeaten
86.
run. Treble 18. Another single leaves the bull. The bull to beat Hurrell.
61.
That is how close he got.
James, you require 40.
Decent debut darts from Danny.
Game, shots,
But it
and
is
the
joy
match.
for James,
Hurrell.
who wins all 4 of his matches on the opening night of Group B action. Sees off Danny Smith in a decent darting ding-dong. Smith will return in the last match of the night to try and get a second victory this evening. But it is 4 from 4 for James Hurrell, who as good as puts himself in that very special finals night on Saturday along with Martin Adams. Still to come, as I mentioned, Danny Smith taking on Christian Kist. But before that, Paul Hogan meets Stephen Burton. welcome back. It's the penultimate match on the penultimate night of Live League action, and it's Paul Hogan versus Stephen Burton. Yes, that's right. The Live League will be no more as from Saturday, but it will be turned into something bigger and better. The Modus Super Series, Saturday night live in front of an audience at a new venue. The players will be on stage rather than in the studio. Stephen Burton's gone looking for it. It's not till Saturday, Stephen. Stay there for now. Just one win for the pre-group favourite, but no wins for the man he's playing. Hurrell's had a perfect night. Will it end in a nightmare for Paul Hogan? Let's find out, shall we?
First leg, it's Paul to throw first. Game on.
He missed 4 match darts against Christian Kist a couple of games ago. Stephen Burton also missed a match dart against Kist in the first
97
game of the evening. That was for a 1-5-1 checkout. Ended up losing from 3-1 ahead.
59.
Hogan then went down 4-2 to Hurrell before Burton beat the debutant Danny Smith 4-1. But he did show in that match a couple of signs there, Smith, of what was to come.
100.
Hurrell then got the better of Christian Kist 4-2 before Smith turned on the style, beating Hogan 4-1. Hurrell then bettered that with a 4-0 defeat
60.
of this man, Stephen Burton. Kist then enjoyed that victory I mentioned when Hogan squandered those 4 match darts and Hurrell completed a perfect
100.
night when he beat Danny Smith in the last leg decider, which saw the impressive debutant miss a dart at the bull for the match.
132.
That gets you up to date. Paul Hogan here trying to avoid the opposite of a perfect night. A disastrous evening if he loses this one. But still all to play for tomorrow. Remember, 3 advance from this group
60.
to that Super Series
70.
finals night on Saturday. Could go the bull, doesn't have to.
31.
May as well have, Paul. Was doing his best to leave his favourite double. He absolutely adores double 18.
60. Paul, you require 39.
And he leaves it again.
21. Stephen, you require
Fails
130.
to find it though, and Burton could pick his pocket here. Not to be. But double 9.
95. Paul,
He's
you
always a
require
dodgy
18.
one. Not
Game
for Hogan
shot on
on this
leg.
occasion.
Paul Hogan.
He gets the first leg in the ledger, and a show of relief there from Hogan, who holds his throat and leads 1-0.
Second leg, it's Stephen to throw first. $140. $100. $41. $41. $140.
A rapid lob of that last start there from Stephen Burton. But even if Hoagie halves his score, he won't be on a finish. He'll be on the same as
140.
Stephen. Instead, he's 40 points behind.
$140.
Well, has to stay there, really. Good adjustment. Oh.
80. Stephen, you require
Got it.
40.
It's not raining tonight for Paul Hogan. It's pouring on Paul, isn't it?
35.
Stephen
All you
Burton
require 140.
gives him an outside chance to double his lead here. All he can now do is try and tee up tops,
100.
which is what
Stephen,
he does
you
do.
require 5.
Any more opportunities coming his way? Any more?
1.
There are.
Paul, you require 40. Game shot on the second
And
leg.
Paul Hogan
Hogan
doubles his lead and will have the throw to go 3 up on Stephen Burton, a man who he can match in record this evening, and it might not be
Third leg, it's
a
Paul's to
disaster
throw
after
first.
all for
Game
Crocodile
on.
Dundee.
$100. 125. 97.
Reminder of the final match for those of you who've been able to stay up
100.
and keep your eyes glued to the action. Danny Smith against Christian Kist, and Danny Smith has been an excellent addition to the live league tonight.
83.
Not a household name, even in his own household.
60.
But he's shown what he can do here. And you might be hearing more from him.
100. 140. Paul, you require 121.
Burton, though, looking to work his way back into this match after that mistake, that
25.
mess from Paul Hogan.
Stephen, you require 76.
Double top.
56. Paul, you require 96.
Well, Hogan can leave his favourite double if he finds a treble 20. But he fails to find it with
60.
either of those darts.
Stephen, you require 20. No score.
But it is a nightmare on the outer ring for Stephen
Paul, you
Burton in this
require
match. That's now
36.
9 darts missed at double in the game. And double 9 would all but win the game, surely, for Paul
18.
Hogan, but he fails to find as well.
Stephen, you require 20.
Double 10 again. And it's 10 misses for Stephen Burton. Make it 11. A dozen
No score.
disastrous doubles.
Paul, you require 18.
Well, don't shake your head, Paul. Smile. And take advantage.
Game shot on the third leg.
And he does in
Paul
the end.
Hogan.
No need to apologise. It's not your business whether Burton makes a mess or not. Hogan leads 3-0 and might be about to get his first victory of the evening.
Fourth leg, it's Stephen to
But
throw
he's too
first.
busy bothering about what Burton's doing. No sympathy. Especially when you haven't won tonight. The man's just too nice.
43. 43.
Mirrors the opening score, a substandard one.
60. 140.
But outscores him with the second turn, and Paul Hogan might be even about to whitewash.
83. 100. 60. $55. 100. 97. Stephen, you require 155.
66 points away from ending his
53.
losing streak emphatically.
All you require is
Stephen
66.
Burton would have lost his last 8 legs tonight. Beaten 4-0 by James Hurrell.
$48.
But not yet beaten 4-0 by Paul Hogan.
Stephen,
a last chance for Stephen Burton. Still on. 57. Double top.
82. Paul, you require 18. Game,
But that's
shots,
that now.
and the match.
Paul Hogan finally gets the win. He can't believe that Stephen Burton didn't put up more of a fight in that one. It was a poor standard overall, but you can see the story, can't you? Stephen Burton missed 13 darts at double in the game, and that is what cost him all of the legs. A 4-0 win for Paul Hogan to join Burton on 1 win this evening. Danny Smith takes on Christian Kist in the final match. We'll be with you in 3. Welcome back. Final game of the evening about to get underway. It is Christian Kist against Danny Smith. And here's how the group table looks going into this last match of the night. James Hurrell having a perfect night. Christian Kist, the best of the rest, winning 2 of his 3 matches. But Danny Smith could join him on 4 points. It could have been a disaster at the darts tonight for Paul Hogan. He was set to lose all 4, but then he won all 4 legs against Stephen Burton, who has lost 4-0 to both Hurrell and Hogan in his last couple of matches.
First leg, it's Danny
and the
to throw first.
Pre-group favourite
Game on.
will start tomorrow night, bottom of the table.
$83. $140.
Big moment for Danny Smith. This probably bigger than any other that he's had tonight, taking on a former world champion. Kist, who won the Lakeside in 2012.
$80. $77.
You can see where it bounced out of the treble 7 there.
$140. $100. Christian, you require 141. $109.
Good shooting that. Sharp shooting from Christian Kist, who's going to get 3 darts to break in this opening leg.
58. Christian, you required 32. $24. Danny, you require 140.
We know Smith is capable. We've seen some great stuff from him tonight. He's not going to take out the 140. He's making sure he doesn't bust
100.
it either.
Christian, you require 8. Game shot the
Kist
first
takes
leg.
the first leg.
Christian Kist.
And it is a breaker throw. Good start for Christian. It could end up being a very good evening for Christian Kist, but it could have been very different.
Second leg, it's Christian to throw first. Game on.
Kist survived a total of 5 match darts across the 2 games that he's won tonight. Could have easily
98.
lost all 3. Only beaten by James Hurrell, 4-2. Hurrell getting the better of all of the
100.
other 4 players in the field.
$140. $85. $96. $100. Christian, you require 167. $97.
It's a slower start from Danny Smith in this one. Not hitting some of the heights that he's produced
100.
earlier this evening.
Christian requires
Has
70.
been a good showing from Smith, but Kist is at his best so far in this match. Looking at tops to double his lead, and that's exactly what he does. 2-0 to the 2012 Lakeside champ.
Third leg, it's Danny to throw first. Game on.
Looking to beat, I was about to say Live League champ, but as you've been hearing, it's becoming
59.
the Modus Super Series as of Saturday night. somebody will be the first weekly winner of that series. We have had a Dutch weekly winner before, Jan
60.
van Veen. The first Dutchman to take a live league week. In fact,
57.
the first player from overseas to do that. And he went on to win a development tour event the very next week as well.
96. 100. 100. 81. 85.
Kist down to a finish first, but the odds suggest that Smith is still in charge in this leg.
140.
That's a good
Christian
visit.
require 160.
To give himself the first chance of getting a dart at double in the match.
122.
Big old target
Danny
area here.
requires
The two
64.
trebles neighbouring each other, 16s and 8s. And another. And double 16.
48.
First dart at double is missed
Christian, you require
by a margin,
38.
as Smith indicated with his reaction there. Kist opting to split,
22.
but not going on to hit.
Danny, you require 16.
Same target for his opponent. Getting closer but making it harder.
8. Christian, you require 16. Game shot on the third leg. Christian Kist.
And Christian Kist on the way potentially to a whitewash win. I'll be honest, based on what we've seen so far tonight, did not expect that outcome. Maybe
Fourth leg, it's
Kist
Christian to throw
would
first.
have been favourite to win the
Game
match,
on.
but Danny Smith hasn't looked like being beaten so heavily this evening. But he does trail by 12 points in the averages, missed 4 darts there to make it 2-1.
55. 140. 100. 59.
Just to run you through the results this evening, Christian Kist started the night with a win, surviving a match dart
95.
against the favourite before a dart was thrown to win this group, Stephen Burton, and winning 4-3 from 3-1 behind. James Hurrell then began his perfect night,
42.
beating Paul Hogan 4-2. Burton returned to get the better of Danny Smith 4-1 before Kist went down to Hurrell by 4 legs to 2. Smith, though, then turned it on,
135.
thrashing Paul Hogan 4-1, and it was the first of a few thrashings because Hurrell then averaged 103.66 in beating Burton 4-0. He would go on to be beaten 4-0 by Paul Hogan, who had lost 4-3.
Christian, you
Christian
require
Kist,
116.
missing 4 match starts in the process. Hurrell beat Smith 4-3 as well. So this for a third whitewash of the night.
80.
The wire nudge to 116
Danny, you
can't
require
go,
160.
but it's 160 to avoid the bagel. Another in there.
100.
Could not be done. And it's not the way
Christian,
he would
you
have wanted to
require
end his evening, and I
36.
hope he doesn't take it to heart because Danny Smith has put in some very good
Game
performances
shot
tonight.
And the match.
He's been a credit
Christian Kist.
to the live league and a great find, but he's beaten heavily by Christian Kist 4-0. 4 darts missed at double. All of them came in the same leg, the third leg of the match, and Christian Kist Despite surviving match darts in 2 of his games, has won 3 of his games this evening. Well, the action will return tomorrow in this group from 10 p.m. live here on Sporty Stuff TV. It will be our last outing here at the Live League before it becomes the Super Series in our new venue on Saturday night. And the league table looks like this going into the last day of action. James Hurrell, top of the pile with a perfect night. Kist, best of the rest, winning 3 of his 4 matches. And the other 3 players in this group firmly in the fight for a top 3 finish to secure spots at finals night, all with 1 win apiece. As I say, this group resumes and concludes tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. for Group C's resumption. The players will be in action, 2 of them going through to finals night, with 3 from this group and Martin Adams. Do join us from 9:30 a.m. on Friday, again at 10 p.m. and then that brand new Super Series starts on Saturday night, 10 p.m. here on Sporty Stuff TV.